What if I tell you that there's a mystical way you could read minds? Ooh, scary, right? Wait, now don't get freaked out. Reading minds like Edward Cullen from Twilight isn't the point of this video. Only vampires are capable of this, if they exist, of course. It's about being able to read people's minds. Even if they say otherwise, it's about being able to pick up on what they mean. Understanding a person's thoughts does not necessitate training as an FBI interrogator. A lot of folks don't even notice the signs. To complete the puzzle, you'll need to know what to look for and what particular emotions signify. Welcome to the channel, and do well to subscribe to this channel and smash that notification bell before we proceed. So here are 15 tips for reading people instantly. Number 1. Be objective and open-minded. The first step in reading people is to practice being open-minded. Emotion and prior experiences should not impact your judgments and views. If you're quick to judge others, you'll end up misinterpreting them. Approach every conversation and situation with a clear head and a level head. You can't get the full picture of somebody by relying solely on logic. You must learn to read nonverbal intuitive indications that others give off by surrendering to other essential types of information. Remain objective and objectively receive information without distorting to see someone. Number 2. Watch their physical movements. People use their bodies to communicate their emotions more so that they do work. People gravitate towards people they like and away from people they don't like, as long as their palms are facing up and they're leaning in. It's a good sign that they're interested in you. When a person leads away from you, it indicates that they're putting up a barrier, crossing one's arms or legs in another movement to keep an eye out for. If you witness someone doing this, it indicates a strong desire to defend themselves from harm. People lean in and cross their arms when you say something mean, that you said something like they didn't like. When one's hands are hidden, it implies that they are concealing something. However, if you notice them lip biting or picking at their cuticles, it's a sign that they're feeling stressed or in an unpleasant circumstance. Number 3. Pay attention to appearance. When reading others, pay attention to how they seem. Exactly what do they have on? It's a sign of ambition if they're dressed like they're going for it. Alternatively, they could be dressed in more casual attire such as jeans and a t-shirt. Do they wear a pendant representing their spiritual beliefs, such as a crucifix or a Buddha? You can tell something about them just by looking at them. Identity claims are something to be on the lookout for. These are the things that people choose to display on their bodies, such as slogan t-shirts, tattoos, and rings. Number 4. Pay attention to people's posture. There are many clues in a person's body language that reveal a lot about their personality. Indecisiveness or cowering may be a sign of low self-esteem if they walk around hesitantly. In terms of posture, pay attention to whether they walk confidently or hesitantly, which suggests low self-confidence. Number 5. Ask direct questions to get a straight answer. The best method to get a clear answer is to avoid unclear inquiries. Make sure you only ask questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. Avoid interfering with someone else's response to a question you have. While they are speaking, you should pay attention to how they move. Make use of action words to learn more about a person's thinking process. Number 6. Don't run away from small tasks. If a small conversation makes you uncomfortable, you're not alone. It can, however, provide an opportunity to get to know the other person better. You can learn a lot about a person's personality by listening in on their everyday conversations. As a result, you'll be able to quickly identify any abnormal conduct. Number 7. Scan the person's overall behavior. We often believe that someone is worried or anxious if they perform a certain movement, such as staring down at the floor during a conversation. You can tell if someone avoids eye contact or is just relaxing when they gaze down at the floor if you are already familiar with them. Certain habits may simply be mannerisms, according to the concept that everyone has their own unique peculiarities and patterns of conduct. That's why it's important to establish a baseline of how others normally behave. Learn how to spot any changes in a person's regular conduct. As soon as you sense a shift in their tone, tempo, or body language, you know something is amiss. Number 8. Try to interpret facial expressions. As long as you're not a master of the poker face, your emotions will be visible on your face. Facial expressions can be interpreted in a variety of ways. They are as follows. Observing deep frown lines may indicate that the person is anxious or too concerned. A person who is sincerely laughing will, on the other hand, have crow's feet, the smile lines of happiness. Keep an eye out for pursed lips, which might indicate hostility, scorn, or bitterness. There are other signs of stress, such as clenched jaw and teeth grinding. Do you know there is a classification of smiles? You need to worry. I'll tell you what they are. The first is the reward smile. Eyebrows and dimples around the mouth are raised, as the lips, which are drawn straight upward. This sends a message of encouragement. The second is the affirmative smile. Pressing your lips together while generating small dimples on the sides of your mouth is the technique. Signs of mutual affection and friendship. The third one is the dominant smile. Raising the upper lip and pushed up cheeks, wrinkled nose and a deepened indentation between the nose and mouth, and raised upper lids are a sign of hyperhidrosis. Number 9. Notice the words and tone used. Pay attention to the words that other people use when you're conversing with them. They intend to let you know that they have already been promoted once. What's this? Those who have low self-esteem are dependent on others for their self-esteem boost. When you compliment them, they feel better about themselves and want you to reciprocate. It's important to pay attention to the loudness and tone of the speaker's voice as well. Vibrations are caused by different sound frequencies. When you're reading someone, pay attention to how their speech makes you feel. Consider, does their voice have a calming effect on you? Perhaps it's rude, cutting, or petulant. Number 11. Listen to what your gut says. When you first meet someone, pay attention to your intuition. When you see it, you'll have a gut reaction before you can even consider it. You'll know if you're comfortable with a person based on how you feel in your gut. A primordial response, a gut feeling, occurs instantly. They serve as a gauge for whether or not you can put your faith in other people. Number 12. Feel the goosebumps, if any. When we connect with people who inspire or move us, we get goosebumps. If a person is talking about something that resonates with us, we may be able to feel their presence. When we look at research on the chills, we find that music, moving experiences, and even movies tend to elicit a similar response. Deja vu, the knowledge that you've known someone before, even though you've never met, is another example. Number 13. Watch people's eyes. Our eyes, it is said, are the gateway to our souls because they carry tremendous energy. So take a moment to look into the eyes of others. Do you see a kind heart when you look? How angry, threatening, or defensive are they? They look in our eyes, and it might reveal whether or not we're talking the truth or lying. The size of their pupils can also be used as an excellent indicator of what people prefer. Number 14. Sense the person's presence. This implies that we must be aware of the broader emotional climate in which we find ourselves. Look for signs that a person has a welcoming demeanor that draws you in, as opposed to one that makes you want to retreat. This is the overall energy we emit, not always by our words or actions. Number 15. Pay attention to flashes of insight. You may have an aha moment when it comes to a person's behavior, but be on the lookout for these revelations because they come in a flash. We tend to overlook it because we move on to the next thought so quickly that these important insights are gone. Internal truth meter. Your gut feelings are rapid, basic response. They serve as a gauge for whether or not you can put your faith in other people. Well, that's it, guys. Now you can read people's minds. Although not mystically, but through their actions and body movements, among other things. Also, if you know any psychology advice other than the ones given in this video, kindly share it with us in the comment box below. And be sure to like this video, subscribe, and smash the notification bell. And until next time, goodbye.